Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. Welcome to the In Wheel Time car talk show. Coming up, Dwayne Vance talks Hot Wheels, the show, and competition here in Houston. We'll explain all that. Conrad has This Week in Auto History, and we'll get you caught up on the stories making automotive news this week. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us today. We've had all sorts of problems with our Zoom hookup. Mr. Mars, I don't know how you got it fixed, but better late than never is all I can say. And thank you for all your hard work.
A lot of prayer.
Is that what it was?
Pixie dust.
Pixie dust, some of that.
Oh, that was, I'm saving that for after I get off the air.
So, Hot Wheels. Did you ever have any Hot Wheels cars?
No, my son had quite a few. I bought a lot for him.
Because it was a little bit beyond me. It started when I was getting into the real cars. You?
Oh yeah, I had tons of Hot Wheels.
Oh, Hot Wheels tracks.
I had the Diora with the surfboards or something.
You
on
would
the back
remember
of
that.
Yeah. I remember the little tracks and all that sort of stuff. And since I was kind of pretty much the only boy in the house, the only kid in the house, I just didn't, it was beyond me. But it is.
Mom and Dad wouldn't spend $1 and buy you a Hot Wheels?
No, and I was more, like I said, into full-size cars, keeping up with Mom's car and that sort of stuff. But I will tell you, think about this. What toy that you know of has lasted longer? Maybe Barbie, maybe. It's right there with Barbie. It's truly amazing. And the way that the Hot Wheels have progressed through the years and how the changes, the models, the cars, the trucks, all of the stuff that they've come up with is still popular today. So, Dwayne, it's good to see you, and thank you very much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
Well, it's our pleasure, and we understand that the Hot Wheels Legends Tour is coming here to Houston next week, and so tell us about the Legends Tour. I didn't know anything about it until I got this release, and I'm going, wait, boy, we need to have this guy on the car show with us.
So the Legends Tour was started obviously by Hot Wheels about in 20, gosh, what was it? What year? 2017. Okay. No, 18. Sorry, 18.
Uh-huh.
And we wanted to have basically a live car show where people could bring out any car they worked on that they're proud of and stuff like that. And then we've obviously partnered with Walmart and Mobile One for the car show. So they've been big sponsors throughout the years for this. But what we're always looking for is like super unique stuff. And then we always choose like a main winner of every show. And the show is actually gone worldwide. We have shows in Japan, Spain, Mexico, the US, it's in Europe and all over. And so we pick the top winners from each show. And then those top winners go to a finale. And a lot of times Jay Leno has had a lot to do with it, and other celebrity guest judges. And then that final winner, we make into a Hot Wheel.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of fun.
How many Hot Wheels, different models do you make throughout a year on average?
I don't even know if I can answer that myself. I mean, we literally cover everything. I know that recently we did a Proton, which that's a car from Malaysia. So if that tells you how deep we get, that tells you that we've made every mainstream American car. We've made every mainstream European car. And, now we've made every mainstream Asian car. So we have a lot in a year's time.
Do you guys go to places like Autorama, custom car shows, cruise-ins and that sort of stuff to maybe perhaps
get inspired
and get some ideas?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All of us that work at Hot Wheels, we're all like ecstatic car guys. some of us, love certain cars more than others, but I feel like everyone there is a car person and we just love cars. And so a lot of us will just attend on our own time, cruises and car shows. And especially in Southern California, you have so many car shows going on. You could go to multiple ones, every weekend. I'm sure the same as Texas. I know Texas has a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about every weekend there's some place you could go. And in fact, one of the guys that won, I guess it was last year, Texas Toot, the little big wheel, but it was like an Isuzu or something.
We had
truck.
him on.
Yeah, he was on. He's about 80 miles from here. And I saw him in some of the pictures that we got with the press release that we're going to run here in a minute. So he went through all that process.
Yeah, he actually drove all the way out there.
Yes. Yes, he was real proud of that.
Okay, so tell us about the show and what we can expect when we get there. I understand it's going to be on July the 8th, which is, I guess, a week from today.
Yes.
A week from today, Saturday, and it happens, when we're on the air from 8 to noon. Imagine that. But will there be, the show will continue throughout the day? Or, how does it work?
Yeah, basically everyone kind of starts showing up early in the morning, anybody that's registered. So there's going to be about 100 registrants. So they pre-register ahead of time, which just a little info on that. That is until 11 a.m. this Friday. And then you can register your car, you bring it in, and then actually me and several other judges, we go around and judge the registrants. And then the show actually starts around 8 a.m. and goes until, about noon, kind of like any typical car show. You have a lot of people that linger or, that need to leave early and stuff like that. So it can bring out the whole family. It's at Walmart, so it's a fun place to be. You can even run in and buy Hot Wheels if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a big 18-wheeler there with all sorts of displays and stuff?
No, but we have a stage there that will have, like we'll do interviews and things like that throughout the day. But we don't really bring a bunch of product. We kind of let, Walmart handle that side of stuff.
Right. I was just trying to get an idea of what we can expect when we show up there. So you guys bring the trailer and do your thing out there in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And that's 8 to noon. Tell me about what so 100 cars are going to enter in the competition. I would imagine that there would probably be 500 entries. Do you only allow 100 cars in?
Yeah, we had to do that because we started getting so many entries. And it was actually very difficult for all of us judges to get through, sometimes 200-300 cars.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and we had to have a winner. Yeah, so we had to have a winner at the end of the day. And we felt like we were getting, we didn't want to rush through it. We want to, find out people's story about the car and really kind of take it in.
Yeah, you're a car guy.
Car than just the car. We'd love to hear the story.
Right.
So you got a Power Wheels racetrack that you're bringing with you.
Yes, we will have that there.
Very nice.
So anybody can race their cars on it.
Yeah, nice.
Photo opportunity.
Yeah. So this really is going to be a family affair because let's be clear about it. I mean, Hot Wheels is mainly for children. I would imagine that there are adults that are collectors and that sort of thing. But for the most part, the kids will really be able to connect with this. RC races there. The Hot Wheels Rift Rally and play spaces where kids can interact with the latest toys from Hot Wheels, that sort of thing. I mean, I know if I'm a kid, I'm interested. I want to be there. I'm going to get mom and dad. Is there a charge to get into the show?
No, not at all. It's all free. And as far as adults are concerned, we actually have a huge collector's market.
Sure.
That they're not just the basic cars. We do high-end stuff that's like real detailed, real rubber tires, detailed wheels, interiors, that are definitely more high end than kid stuff.
Oh yeah.
And one of the things that Hot Wheels did, and beyond the Matchbox series with the little cars on the tracks, was that Matchbox went to using, I think it's either piano or violin wire for the axles to make them go faster.
Yeah, that was actually Hot Wheels that did that.
Hot Wheels, okay.
That was kind of the story. That's why they went faster than Matchbox.
Right. Well, yeah, it was derived from that. Right.
Mm-hmm. So this event is going to be at the Walmart Supercenter out in Tomball, out in your area.
Up near my house.
That's at 25,800 Kirkendall Road in Tomball. For those that are interested, is there a website we can get to that will give us all the info on this?
Yeah, actually on Facebook, you can get to all the stuff. If you go to the Hot Wheels Legends Tour Facebook page.
Yep.
And all the info is on there. And then you can click your show. So you'll click, obviously, Houston to see all the info on that.
Yeah. How many shows you guys going to do this year in the United States?
Oh, in the United States?
Like one every weekend during the summer?
I want to say we're doing like 2 every month. So that's about 24 shows.
Nice. So do you know where you go from Houston, just to get an idea?
Yeah, after Houston, we'll be going to shoot, now I forgot.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
I think it's another Texas stop. I believe it's Dallas, I think.
Well, that's perfect. And that works.
I'm looking for my
Houston first, then Dallas.
Yeah.
They're always second.
They may not be open that day.
Yeah.
Dallas may not be open that
second.
day. Yeah, exactly. So I understand that local automotive personalities and Hot Wheel designers are going to be there. Well, what kind of local automotive personalities are you going to bring? Do you even know?
I don't know that yet. They were still finalizing some stuff. Usually we try to get, people that are very ingrained in the car culture, race car drivers, people that build cars.
Well, we didn't get invited. We could have set up we could have been out there and broadcasting live had we known.
And Conrad could have brought his collection.
Well, yes, I think you should do that.
So next
I was
year,
going to tell you to come out there live.
Dwayne, next year, so you've got to fix this for us. We need to be out there.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Okay, very good. Well, it's great to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, it's going to be the Hot Wheels Legends Tour coming to the Houston area. It's going to be at the Walmart Supercenter in Tomball, Texas, and it's going to be at 25,800 Kirkendall Road in Tomball from 8 a.m. to noon next Saturday.
It's basically Kirkendall and Grand Parkway.
Yeah.
Oh, go out there and you might see the next new Hot Wheels.
That's exactly right. Dwayne, thanks again so much, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Hopefully we'll get to see some of your crowd out there.
Oh, yeah.
You will.
Yeah, you will. They'll all be carrying around their little iHeart radios and listening to us while they're touring the show. Just had to throw that in.
Yeah.
Bring lots of cold water.
That's it. Thanks, Dwayne. All right. Very nice. This week in auto history, Conrad always does a good job at this, as long as we get the pictures in the right order.
Well, just in memory of your review, in 1909, Mercedes-Benz introduced the three-pointed star symbol this week.
Yep.
In 1928, the rocket-powered Opel Rack 3 debuted on a section of railroad track near Hanover, Germany.
On a railroad track.
On a railroad track.
It's a smoker.
With approximately 20,000 spectators looked on, the rocket car recorded a rail speed record of 157 miles an hour on its first run. The result of a rather odd experiment, the Rack 3 carried a caged cat as its driver. Tragically, on the car's second run, too many of the rockets fired all at once.
And shot that cat all right.
And
Cat skin interior.
And that's where they get cat skin interior. Exactly.
and it came off the rails.
And there's no mosquitoes there. Look at that.
Killing its feline pilot.
Oh, boy.
Also this week.
Well, they got 8 other lives.
the first production Corvette came off the assembly
That's right,
line.
70 years
It was
old.
yesterday, actually, on the 30th.
Yep.
So you're
Don't even
actually
go there. I know what you were going to say.
just a couple of years older than Corvette.
Something to do with my age, and we'll just leave it at that.
Also, in 1953, in 1956, the last Packard, the classic American luxury car, with the famous slogan of "Ask the man who owns one," rolled off the production line. The Packard production. This is a pretty cool looking car.
What year was that?
56.
I know I've seen those cars in car shows, but I don't really recall anything.
I think this is an adventurer.
Whatever.
And then
Doesn't
you
make any
hit the
difference.
button again, and it'll show you the engine with the dual carbs and the cross ram 4-barrel intake.
I've
manifold.
seen that.
But it
engine.
wasn't a Lincoln or it wasn't a Cadillac.
No, it was a Packard.
I know that.
And do you
but
know
what
that
I'm saying is that what's the deal? I mean, why is it such a big deal? It's like, Studebaker, they just kind of went away.
Yep.
Parts of the
Packard just kind
Packard
of went away.
parts of the Packard assembly plant are still standing in Detroit. They're empty. They're abandoned, but there's still the road that goes in between the plants and the crossover bridge. Yep.
In Detroit, Michigan. In 1980, this week, the Blues Brothers premiered in theaters, starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd.
Brilliant movie.
Ultimately, one of the best movies ever. And then in 1985, Jim Pattison purchased a custom-painted Rolls Royce Phantom 4 that had belonged to John Lennon, and he bought it for $2.2 million. Lennon had purchased the car in 1966 and asked a friend to paint the car with period-typical psychedelic design pattern. The auction sale price was 10 times what Sotheby's estimated the value to be. And then in 1985, after 59 years, the iconic Route 66 entered the realm of history as it was decommissioned as a state highway, as a national highway.
Do you read this stuff
Yep,
before
by the
you
state
actually
highway
do
and
this?
transportation officials as they decertified it. Route 66 stretched from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica, California, passing through 8 states. According to the New York Times article about its decertification, most of the Route 66 followed a path through the wilderness forged in 1857 by U.S. Navy Lieutenant Edward Beale.
He was really lost if he was part of the Navy.
At the head of a caravan of camels. Over the years,
What?
wagon, trains, and cattlemen eventually made their way, making Route 66.
Camels?
Yeah,
We had camels back then?
A herd of camels.
It's like a flock of seagulls.
That was a band, wasn't it? Flock of Seagulls.
I think so.
I don't remember a band called Herd of Camels.
That's the next one. That's the next iteration of them.
Yeah, get all their albums.
So he was a camel sailor.
Camel sailor. Well, he brought the camels over here from Saudi Arabia
I
or something.
imagine.
filtered or non-filtered.
I
All
thought that was an interesting
All I
piece
can
to the
think of
story.
is the Popeye thing, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. Do you remember the
Oh,
Popeye?
yeah.
I don't think they can show that anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot
they all
of,
ran
there's a lot
into
of
the
stuff they
cave and
can't
they all
show.
ran out. All that stuff.
Old Olive Oil. I loved her.
Did you?
She was
I
hot.
bet, yeah, she was hot, wasn't she?
No, she was skinny.
I know. I like skinny. SAE International on Tuesday.
Society of Automotive Engineers.
Well, nothing ever said that they were right on time and right there for everybody when they needed them.
I was a member.
They've decided this past Tuesday that they will develop manufacturing, performance, and reliability standards for Tesla's North American Charging Standard connector.
A little late, aren't they?
You think?
Somebody gave him some money.
Standardizing the NACS connector will provide certainty, expanded choice, reliability, and convenience to manufacturers and suppliers, and most of all, increase access to charging for consumers, said Frank Menchaca, president of the Sustainability Mobility Solutions and Innovation arm of SAE's parent company, Fullsight. Let me tell you something. Frank no more said that than the man in the moon. It was some PR person that
Yep.
works for SAE.
Yep. A young one, too.
Frank Menchaca. Let's get him on the show
And Frank
and
would go-
ask him if he actually said that.
And you know
Frank,
what?
did you actually say that?
And-
Can you repeat it?
and then Frank will say,
Oh, heck
"What?
yeah.
What? What are you talking about? I don't know anything about that."
I was on vacation.
I can't hear you. I was on vacation.
General Motors, Ford, Rivian, and Volvo said they are adapting Tesla's NACS
There's a
plug
motley crew.
by 2025, enabling non-Tesla EV drivers to use Tesla's rapidly growing network of chargers. Stellantis and Hyundai Motor Group are considering a similar move.
On a handshake.
I guess.
And Mary Barra still makes $29 million a year.
We know that. Mr. Marzi, did you just wear yourself out trying to get the Zoom thing
I'm
to work?
taking it all in.
No, you're ready to fall asleep.
No, he's checking.
If you want to go in the house, there's
No, he's looking at my email to find out that I made the
He's not
mistake.
looking at
him.
that's not email. At least that's not what we call it.
The Twitter file.
Rear seat passengers are not well protected by small pickup safety systems. New moderate overlap front crash tests by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety found the IIHS rated the Nissan Frontier acceptable. The Ford Ranger earned a marginal rating higher than poor, but lower than acceptable, while the Chevy Colorado, Jeep Gladiator, and Toyota Tacoma all received poor ratings. The ratings only apply to the crew cab versions.
Well, who sits in the back anyhow?
Well,
Mother-in-law.
So they redid the Colorado, and it's just now starting to show up at dealerships. Where
Yes.
Colorado and Canyon actually looks pretty good
Hadn't seen it.
because the old one wasn't.
No, it was not.
Boxy.
It was
Not
ugly.
pretty.
Yeah. No flair. No
Uh,
pizzazz.
It was so ugly, it was fugly.
Well, here you go. Stellantis' brands have been entrenched at the top of J.D. Power's initial quality study in recent years after decades that saw most of them in the middle of the pack or floundering near the bottom of the rankings. Well, there was a breakthrough in 2020 when Dodge tied with Kia for the top spot, making it the first domestic brand to finish number one. Ram tied for third that year and then flip-flopped with Dodge to lead the industry in the 2021 study. Pardon me. Dodge finished second in 2022 and reclaimed number one status in 2023.
Remarkable.
I know. While Ram jumped back into second place this year after a mediocre showing in 2022 that was attributed to the introduction of the Uconnect 5 infotainment system. Apparently they had some glitches in it. Alfa Romeo joined the upper echelon in 2023 by rising 24 spots to finish third in the highest-ranked premium brand. David McDonald, who joined Stellantis in 1993, has been head of customer experience in North America from July 2022
Alpha's a premium brand?
until
It
his
is now.
upcoming retirement this Friday. Said the automaker has developed an intense focus on quality. So,
Wow.
good for them. They're doing something right there.
Making
And I will
customers
tell you,
happy.
Whether you like the exterior shape of any of the Alphas or not, doesn't make any difference. The interiors, mwah.
Yeah, they kind of favor Mercedes somewhat.
They got a lot of Italian
Yeah.
styling
Yeah.
and stuff to it. I mean, they
German-
really
Who
did
names
well
a
on
car
that.
Toenail?
Well,
Well, I think it's truly named Tonali, but we're going to
Toenail.
call it Toenail because that's the way it's spelled. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I have to go with it because that's just who I am.
And they do dip.
You do dip?
You do dip.
By the way, speaking of Stellantis, they're going to require union employees to work mandatory overtime at its Warren Truck Assembly and Jefferson North factory in Michigan to boost Jeep SUV production ahead of a potential strike deadline in September, according to a document shared with Reuters. Stellantis told workers the plants will be in, quote, critical status, end quote, from July 5th through October 2nd. Under the current UAW contract, a plant in critical status can run up to 7 days a week for a period of 90 days and require union employees to work more than 9 hours of overtime, according to a notice sent to employees and reviewed by Reuters.
So we're going to build inventory so you can go on strike and we could care less.
In the past,
in time and a half, too.
In the past, automakers have built up their inventory of their most popular vehicles ahead of the UAW contract deadline and possible strike action. Formal contract
You got it.
negotiations between the Detroit 3 automakers and UAW leaders are set to begin July 13th.
And that's why there are so many 1969 Camaros, because Chevrolet ran Camaro production a long time to build
Leading up to
that huge strike they
right.
had in
And that went on
70.
for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That time and a half. You
And
get
that's why
$40
there's
an
really
hour.
no 70 Camaro. It's always called a 70 and a half Camaro.
because of the overproduction.
Right. Well, they had built so many 69s.
Yeah, and they were striking at the beginning of 70.
So one of our favorites, George says, Don got rid of the F-bomb, but now he's got a Farfignugan.
That's right, the Farfignugan. What a brilliant marketing term.
Think of how many
Farfignugan.
years ago that was.
And you still remember
we still
it.
remember it.
Well, that was
that's
on the
the
thing.
beauty of it.
That came out with the thing.
Was that assigned to the thing?
I think it was assigned to the thing, wasn't it?
I think
Or was it
thing,
before the thing?
No,
I think it was
after
way
the
after
thing.
the thing.
I think you're
I
right.
remember the thing.
I think you're right.
I think you're right.
Remember?
Remember
Farfignugan.
Farfignugan.
So no more dropping the F-bomb today.
No,
No
they
more.
already got rid of it.
We got rid of the F-bomb. And we're referring to the F-pace, but we're changing the name of it to the F-bomb.
And send your comments to info@inwheeltime.com.
No, to Archer Volkswagen.
and we're going to put up a merch page with F-bomb T-shirts.
There you go.
We're going to wrap up today's show, thank God. Right after this break, I want you to stay with us, please.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Loopy's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Loopy Tortilla. Loopy Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available on the most popular podcast channels out there in 30-minute episodes. We realize our 3-hour live show can be difficult to catch in its entirety, so now you can listen every day to a convenient, fresh 30-minute episode. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible, along with a dozen more. In Wheel Time has the most informative automotive guest interviews and new car reviews, along with popular features including Conrad's Car Clinic and This Week in Auto History, along with automotive news headlines. Our live broadcast airs every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central on InWheelTime.com, the iHeart app, and on YouTube. Be sure to say hello when we're broadcasting from the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Autorama, and the Houston Auto Show, among others. Now, it's easier than ever to hear about all things automotive all week long. You're invited to join fellow car enthusiasts in becoming part of the ever-growing In Wheel Time Car Talk family. Don't forget those 30-minute podcast episodes on your favorite podcast channel.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. When you're online, follow our Facebook page, give us a like, tell your friends about us, and share our junk if you would, please. We're depending on you to help us get the word out, because that's what car people do. We promise to keep you posted on all things automotive all week long, including new car reviews, upcoming events, cruise-ins, racing events, and other informative and entertaining car and truck goodies.
Interesting.
You can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app and our live video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and on InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 8 to 11 Central Time. Daily 30-minute podcasts are available on the podcast channel you use. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is David Ainsley.
There you go, David.
Our marketing advertising advisor and video technical director is We Need More Help, Jeff Zekin.
Yep.
For booking agent and thumb twiddler Mike Mars, Mr. Know-It-All, His Royalty King Conrad DeLong, I'm Don Armstrong. Please join us for our next live in-wheel time car talk show, Saturday, July the 8th, 2023, on all of our in-wheel time car talk outlets, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time. Have a great, safe 4th of July weekend. Stay cool, and so long for now.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.